Yo, what's up, peeps? All right. So today I'm just chilling, playing some Pokemon Unite with my bro. See if he realizes that I went live yet. Alright, so game wise, I normally always choose Pikachu. I know it's probably kind of cliche, but I'm like, there's only so few Pokemon that I'm just good at using. Really and truly, I think I've only really used Pikachu though, this whole time. Granted, it is kind of one of the simpler ones to use, but hey, it makes time go by. That Greninja though, that little frog thing that's hopping around, man, when he transforms, he's a ninja. I don't know why my bro's trying to push that, but yeah, the idea behind this game is just 5v5 Pokemon, and while you're playing, your Pokemon also evolves. But the thing that gets your opponent the most experience points is when your Pokemon dies. So one of the best things to do is to just not die. Also, it's like every Pokemon has certain AoE type effects. So everyone has to learn how to use theirs to interact with their opponents. Or correction. Well, yeah, how to interact with your opponents, but also how to interact with your own team as well. So it's always kind of surprising anytime you get somebody on your team who actually knows how to play the game and everything. Because it just makes it to where you actually want to keep playing with that person. Like this thing just evolved. I don't even know the name of it. Oof. I think I might be dead. Nope. Alright, I appreciate the save there, bro. Ah, there's the ninja. And then he vanished. I think for the most part though, since it's 2v2 up here, it's actually... Oh man, they got me. That's the one surprising thing about this game. It's like anytime another Pokemon like catches you off guard because they're hiding in the bush, it's pretty easy for them to just come out on top and win that fight. Dang. Then like y'all saw there again, trying to lure me over there. Oof, man, look at that damage though. Like all they're trying to do is catch me off guard and make me go far enough to where they can end up killing me, and then after that they should be able to go ahead and kill the other guys up here. Nice. Dang, this thing just does so much damage. Oh man, they're scoring. Oh, they killed my bro as well? Oh, okay, they destroyed it, that's why. We have 3 people up here, so We should have enough people to go ahead and kill whatever they have. But my goodness, man. See, once again I'm getting targeted. So who ended up dying? I think my bro died. At this point, I think it's just best to just go level up. Because if any of y'all have played any League of Legends type games, it's usually always better to get your level up there before you go fighting people. Dang, he keeps getting away though. Let's not push that. There's no reason to. See, but they're lying waiting for Rotom once again. Dang, so much damage. Typically I don't do this bad, but oof, it's a tough game. Alright, so now that they killed Rotom, Rotom is going to be coming out here trying to help them. Okay, so they got another person helping them again. And what I just did there is called what? Unite, which is ironically is the name of the game. Man, they killed my bro. Man, that guy is something powerful. Oh man, they got it. Typically my brother plays Greninja. We just don't have good synergy going on here. Maybe he's trying to do some daily quest or something though. This guy right here is insane. Okay, I got him for the first time. Alright. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'm level 12 finally. There he is. Oh man. Kinda sucks because he stays on top of there. He gets his health bar back up. Rotom should vanish here pretty soon. So basically now all he wants to do is just defend. Dang. But I think if we go ahead and get Zapdos here, we should be able to come back pretty quick. But the downside is all the opponents are also fighting Zapdos as well. So whichever team gets the last hit in before it dies, it basically gives their team an experience buff, and along with makes it to where the opponents. Oh, sweet, we got it. It makes it to where the opponent's goal zones are defenseless for a certain amount of time. Alright, let's see how many goals we can score at this point. Alright, got my first 100 points. Greninja's over here. Man, this Greninja just... Oh, sweet. We destroyed all their goal zones. typically ones right there. They're still trying to score. Oh, we scored at home zone twice. 12 more seconds. Pretty much all I'm going to do at this point is just come out here and play defense. The guy's right there about to score. Somebody stop him. 78 more points they got. Alright, guess I'll play defense for the rest of the time. There he was trying to score once again. But I'm playing this on a cell phone, so I don't know if playing it on a Nintendo. Oh, see that? Okay, well, this guy was definitely playing pretty good. 30. The team just had a lot of synergy, though, it seemed like. But the higher you get up there in the ranks, you know, of course, you're going to run into better players. I've been stuck at veteran. Stuck at what? Veteran 3 now for a good minute. Just going back and forth. Okay, I guess he's still looking at the scores. But besides that, let's see. I was playing Magic right before this. And I won a game against Asmo. So it looked like it was like an Asmo Reanimator deck. And we ended up winning 2-0. I'm trying out the card Bottle Colister. Mainly because it makes it to where I exile my hand at the beginning of my opponent's upkeep. Which, hey, if I'm playing Ensnaring Bridges, it's like, why not? So I'm testing that theory out to see if it works out. I have high hopes for it. But I think that's been the only thing new that I did with Magic. I did qualify for the Mana Trader series, and I don't even remember what place I came in. I know though that, hey, I won $50 out of it, so that's $50 that I can use for the next month's Mana Trader series. Which, if none of anyone watching this video has never played the Mana Trader series, I highly recommend it. It's free to join, unless you decide you want to pay money to join, which is only like $14. But let's see, it also makes it to where you win 10 times the amount of prize money. So, if you're a Magic enthusiast, I would highly recommend actually going to do that. By the way, my brother's right here, the Greninja, the Night Owl, this guy. That's my bro right there. But yeah, so with the Mana Trader series, it's just great because it's free to play. Unless you think you're pretty good at Magic, and then you could pay money and win 10 times the amount. Also, there's a certain amount of, I guess, loyalty points that make a difference. So the longer you've been subscribed, the more money you could potentially win. Let's see what these people look like. Now, of course, we're just a basic. I don't really play the game so much for aesthetics. Like, I know the Pokemon can wear different types of clothes, like this Pikachu here. But I don't do all that. I try to just keep it simple. I'm just like, it doesn't really change how the Pokemon works. And I also don't feel like spending money on the game. So because I don't want to spend money on the game, I just keep it simple. Just gotta figure out what Pokemon I'm gonna using and then stick to it. Right now, I would say Pikachu is definitely what I'm the best with. Alright, but this time now my brother's the Greninja, so we should do a lot better. Should do a lot better. Like y'all can probably already tell, we're kind of killing Pokemon a little faster now. See if I can steal this crab from the middle here. kind of annoying that this Apom started hitting me already though. Alright, he should come down here and help me kill this one. Yep. Let's just go ahead and get this one so we can steal some more experience points. Because this is potentially some experience points that they could get here. Alright, so I trapped that. Alright, let's kill this guy. Nice, got him. Now since we got him, just go ahead and score. Let him know we can score here at this point. Alright, so we got 2 points. Alright, 30 points total in. Plus we killed their Pokemon. Killing their Pokemon is a big difference here because, like I was saying earlier, it gives you the most amount of experience points. Dragonaire's coming up here. If we can kill this fire guy again, then... Oh, okay, now it's 2 guys up here though. We should be able to take him though. Oof. Dragonair should be able to get away though doing that dragon dance thing. My bro's paying attention here. Should trap this guy, we should be able to get them. Nice, we got him. Nice, so if we can go ahead and kill this guy now, we can all potentially score some points. Alright, so Dragonair backed off. Dragonair, why don't you come help us? Nice. Oh, come on, let me make it back. There's only one left. Alright, destroy. Alright, so now we're kind of on equal playing field here. Alright, went ahead and got that guy. Now it's time to back up. See if my bro listens. He should. Normally I think he pushes because he has that escape button on his character. That's what he uses. It makes it to where your Pokemon can lunge forward in any direction of choice. And he does use that to get away from people, so he's able to get in there and get out pretty quick. For me though, I have leftovers. If y'all are familiar with leftovers, if I'm not attacking anybody, it replenishes a small amount of my health. Alright, so Rotom up here. What this Rotom does is if you kill it, it goes towards the enemy's base and it makes it to where you can score points instantly for a short time. The downside is when your opponents get Rotom, and then it's like there's no way you can stop them from scoring. In our case though, nobody's really challenging us, so even though Rotom's not useless, it's not as useful as it could be. But like y'all see here, we're trying to get as many points in as possible. Also, this is unlike last game where it seemed like we're just getting dominated. This time around, it's like we're doing the dominating. Alright bro, just back up. We don't need to push this fight yet. Nah. We're in their territory at this point. No need to push a fight we can't win. But, like y'all saw there, I used my Unite move and we were able to get that. So let's get some points in and get out of there. Come on, bro. Are you gonna actually try to score? I guess he's gonna actually try to score. Oh, he got it. Destroyed another one of their zone. So at this point, it does make sense for us to just retreat. We're already way ahead on this part. And the next goal zone that we have to score on them is right in their headquarters, basically. So it's like I try not to push it too much, just because I know I can't get away fast enough. But for somebody that's using a speedster Pokemon like Gengar or Dragonair, Dragonite, and Greninja, it does kind of make sense for them to use something else. Alright, this guy's trying to get in there. Nope, not getting away from us this time. Alright, got him again. We got 4 minutes. So I'm gonna gather up here. See if we can get this Rotom once again. Because Rotom does act like an extra person on your team for a minute. Pushing towards the enemy stuff. I guess my bro might have went down bottom just because we've already destroyed all the goal zones up top. So really and truly somebody just needs to play defense up here at this point. And I guess that would be me. So yeah, I'm pretty much just playing defense at this point. As long as I don't see any enemy Pokemon coming up here, then we're good. Okay, yeah, that's my bro. I'm just making sure, because sometimes enemy Pokemon, they try to sneak behind you. Oh, Rotom got all the way down there, but the downside is there's no need for us to go score down there. And since I have my Unite move up again, I think we're going to try to push this bottom one that they have down here. If we can destroy that, then that sets the enemy Pokemon back by a lot. But the downside is, oh, they're both right there waiting for me. I'm not trying to fight somebody I can't win. Machamp is up top. That Machamp is not ours though. So since the Machamp went to score up top, I'm just going to go play defense up top. I got 30 something points in. So as long as they play defense good down bottom, we should be able to win this no problem. The one downside is if I get overrun up top, but I highly doubt it. In what, 20 seconds that Zapdos shows up? Yo, what's up, Mo? Appreciate the sub, man. I'm just here chilling, playing some Pokemon Unite with my brother. I'm trying to get some points in again. Alright, there should be a Pokemon in this bush right here. Nope. He went ahead and headed back to the zone a while back, I guess. Since I have 50 points on me... Oh, no, he was right there. No, he's right here. Go ahead and kill him. Yep, got it. Trying to sneak in there and get some points in while we weren't paying attention. If I can make it down bottom and destroy their last goal zone, that will set them back a lot to where we only have to score at home base. And that's it. So now basically we just sit in front of their home base and just fight. As long as we can keep them over here, there's no way they can win. The downside is they can heal up pretty good over here. Went ahead and killed that guy again. See if... I highly doubt I'm actually going to be able to score any more points though, because there it is. See that Machamp? But we got it. Got a Unite move on it. Score another 100 points. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, I guess we did it. Oh, no, there comes somebody. See if we can get him again. Nope. He's probably going to get us this time. No. Yep, he got us. Good thing though is we should win this match cleanly, no problem. Because we still have 2 goal zones up top. Up there, brother's playing defense. Alright, so we should win this easily, no problem. I'm just wondering if I'm the top scorer at this point, because I scored, what, 200 points? At least 200 points, I should say. Nice, 253, let's go. Alright, this time our team was playing pretty good. Opponent, Pikachu, got it. Normally if I see anybody get over 100 points, I go ahead and give them a thumbs up. Or if they get over like 40,000 damage, which is the majority of the opponent's team. So that was a pretty good match. Everybody was playing. But once again, I'm in the same... I'm still in veteran class 3. I think my bro... Did he get off? Okay, my bro said he's calling it a night. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and hop over back over to Magic the Gathering then. But I guess he wants to call it a night since, you know, ending on a win is always good. And I can't blame him. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this Pokemon Unite off. Head over back to some Magic the Gathering. Let's see. Magic Gathering, alright, there we go. Let's update that. I didn't post on Twitter this time around when I started playing because really and truly, it was kind of a test stream with the Pokemon Unite thing because I didn't know. My brother. Brother told me he was gonna hop back on because he realized I was streaming, but let's see. After all, Magic is kind of what got me to start streaming in the first place, and I haven't streamed for a while. So I'm gonna give it its fair share here and just go ahead and hop off of Pokemon United and hop over to Magic. Alright, so let's see. So, like I was saying earlier when I was playing Pokemon United, let me make sure I change this category and stuff. Only Trondex. Alright, I did change it. Alright, what I was saying earlier, I added this bottle Colister. Is it holster? No. Bottle Colister. I'm just gonna call it Colister. If I'm saying it wrong, somebody correct me in the video. I know somebody will eventually. But anyways, for now I'll call it Bottle Colister. Because that's exactly how it's spelled. Like if it was a knife and it was spelled K-N-I-F-E, which it is spelled, and I didn't know how to say the word, I would probably call it knife. And I technically wouldn't be 100% wrong. Alright, so the main thing is because this card exiles my hand at the beginning of my opponent's upkeep, it makes my hand size 0. And this makes it to where they cannot attack if my... Correction, they can only attack based on my hand size. So if my hand size is 0, only things that have 0 attack can attack. And if they're dealing 0 damage, I'm in a good position. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I record this. I was recording the first game, so since I was recording the first game, figured I'd keep that going. At least that way I know for sure I can go ahead and upload the videos to YouTube later on tonight. But yeah, so this is what we're playing in Magic right now. I keep forgetting that if I display this, it actually shows up. Because when I was playing Pokemon United just now, it did not show up because the window, I was using a thing called, what is it? Scrippy? This thing right here lets you plug your Android phone into your computer, and it will basically display your phone's screen on your computer, which makes it to where you can basically stream any phone game, or I guess any game that you can play on a phone or Android tablet, which is a godsend, because the only other way to play Pokemon Unite, was I just paired for a match just now? Oh yeah, I was paired for a match, but I guess it was last second, or maybe I don't know. I think typically if you do not start your match in time, it will basically stop doing matchmaking for you. But since it didn't, it means that I didn't have a match. Okay, I need to go change that thing. I don't want to accidentally press number 2. 1 second. I don't want to actually accidentally press number 2 and it skips through my turn. Number 2, where are you at, number 2? Yield to this turn, make this number 3. Unbind number 2. I just really don't want to skip through my turn accidentally because I've done that before, unfortunately. Okay, I hit him with a good luck, have fun. They said nothing back. Alright, I think I've played against this player a couple times. Alright, this... Okay, no lands in the first hand. We can easily go ahead and power that. 2 pieces of Tron, but 2 towers only in the second hand. And we know they're on Yorion something, so let's go ahead and power to that. Alright, we have no pieces of Tron here again. Let's power to that. We have 2 mines. We are down to 32 cards in library, and we have an ensnaring bridge here. I'll say... 21 cards are gone and only 2 pieces of Tron, which means our deck should be like extremely mana heavy at this point. I'll go ahead and keep. I'm keeping on the back of Chromatic Star and Chromatic Sphere because at least I know I'll be able to draw some extra cards real quick. And the fact that I have Forest in my hand means that I can go ahead and pop this Star and Sphere without worrying about what's next. And we got a 7 Scrying, which is awesome. And we got a Power Plant, which is awesome. Which means that now we go ahead and get Tron online on turn 3. So we have a Mine, Power Plant, let's go get a Tower. Yield through this turn once again. If our opponent does not have anything that destroys a Tron land, we can go ahead and jam Karn Great Creator next turn. And then we can go ahead and search for something that gets us ahead in this game. I want to say Liquid Metal Coating, but I don't think it's 100% guarantee here. Is this Renin 6 coming out here? Basiju. Alright, so they did have something this sort of Tron land, unfortunately, but we should be able to recover from this pretty easily. So go ahead and put the tower out there. Let's go ahead and draw some more cards. Trying to get the Tron again. We got a Maze Mind Tome. Let's play Maze Mind Tome instead. The reason for that is it allows us to scry, so it makes us look at the top card of our library, and if we want it, we can go ahead and put it back on top. If we do not want it, we can put it on bottom. But we can do, oh no, they have a Renin 6 lock. That's unfortunate for us. This Renin 6 is going to be able to basically destroy Tron over and over and over and over and over again. And the thing with us is if we cannot get Tron online, we cannot play this guy. They already played a land for this turn. I don't think they'll be able to use Besiju this turn. So go ahead and put that to the bottom. We don't need that. I did put it to the bottom, right? Yeah. So we drew another one anyways. Let's go ahead and get Congress Creator out there. Let's go ahead and go get a Pithing Needle. Where's Pithing Needle? Pithing Needle is typically on my sideboard at first. And it's right here. Heal through this turn once again. So my opponent's going to destroy a piece of Tron again. They're most likely going to destroy my tower since I only have 2 towers left in my library. And it's going to set us back on mana pretty good. The one upside we have for us is we only have 25 cards in our library. And 1 more copy of Urza's tower. So 1 in 25 chance is what we have of drawing Tron online again. Let's see, let's check this thing. Okay. You tapped a green and a red. What? Oh, Besiju. Nope, I don't want to search. Let's go ahead and look what's on top. Circuit Mender. We can live without that. Alright, let's go ahead and draw. Bottle Colister. Alright, let's get Pithing Needle out there. And we are gonna name Besiju Who Endures. Because if we name Besiju, they cannot use it anymore. Alright, so I don't think Ensnaring Bridge is the right answer here. And we can't play anything else. Let's just play this. We already can make green mana anyway, so let's try to get ahead on mana some more. See if we draw a land card. Hopefully we do. Nice, we draw a land card. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go look for something. Let's look for a liquid metal coating. The reason why is then we can use liquid metal coating to make this guy into an artifact. And then my opponent cannot use artifacts as long as I control this guy. Ice Fan Coatal. Oof, that's not good for us. They destroy Karn here, but we have another Karn in hand, so that's not a problem. And then we can play this guy next turn. So if we play this guy next turn, we can basically start destroying their lands. They got a Wooded Foothills. So they're trying to make sure that they never run out of mana. Or they have the correct type of mana that they need at all times. Which I don't blame them for. Let's go ahead and take another look at what the top card is. This is the last time we'll be able to do it. We do not need that yet. Eventually we might, but not yet. Alright, so we got a power plant. We have 1 power plant so far there. How many more power plants do we have in exile though? 0 power plants. So since it's 0, let's go ahead and play power plant. Now let's go ahead and get Kind Great Creator out there. This Renin 6, they are close to ultimating it. They had a counter spell. That's pretty good. Let's yield to this turn. If they can ultimate this Renin 6, then they can always have a counter spell. Because it makes it to where all they have to do is discard a land card and then they can go ahead and cast a spell from their graveyard. But they'll be able to do that an infinite amount of times pretty much. Endurance. Okay, since they had an endurance here, I'm not worried about that. Because we know we can stop combat damage. So since we know we can stop combat damage, I'm not worried about combat damage. I'm mainly worried about if we will ever be able to cast a spell again. I know we can cast Ulamog, but that's in here. And Emrakul. And then we would need a Blast Zone to be able to get out of it. Oof. And now they have this. So they can get rid of this. And then go use Besieger to destroy a land again. Yep, they're gonna destroy my power plant. There it is. 2 power plants. We do have Karns in here in Spyglass, along with Emrakul and Blast Zone. So we have the tools in order to get out of this. Then let's see, we're not really worried about combat damage here. There's only one Tron land for us to get at this point. Alright, so let's go get a power plant. If they have another one of this guy in their hand, Teferi Time Reveler, they could go ahead and bounce the Pithing Needle again, destroy our tower. Then we are guaranteed to not have Tron online this game. And the main thing we're trying to do here is we're trying to get it to where Besieger doesn't literally win the game against us. So one card that wins the game against us, that's what we're trying to go against. All we did so far is we bought ourselves 2 more turns. Because this thing goes up, it takes -3, so we have this turn coming up and then maybe the turn afterwards to try to figure out how to win. Or how to stop this guy from doing this stuff. Or how to prevent this guy from ultimating. So it's like, we are definitely the one that's backed into a corner here. Alright, let's see what we draw. That's a pretty good draw right there. Let's see if it resolves. No, it doesn't. This, I don't think they should have that much of a problem with. This one, though, however, they should have a problem with. But they let it resolve, so I'm guessing maybe they don't have any more counter spells. So this card will keep my hand at 0. This card will make it to where they cannot attack. But the downside is if they use this to bounce this, then they have Besieger unlocked, in which case they can destroy everything that I have on board. So the 1 card Besieger who endures is literally the win condition against me. Oma. So with them playing a land here, I think they're trying to draw into another Teferi Time Reveler. Time Reveler. This thing is at 3 now, so literally one turn and they probably win, depending on what I draw. But I think this thing gives me an extra draw step, so we'll see. Not an extra draw step, but an extra card during my upkeep, so I get to draw 2 cards next turn. So if one of those 2 cards cannot answer their battlefield state, then we're probably gonna lose this. Good thing though is we're pretty much at the same place on time, which means that we are playing pretty quickly. You know, that's always good. See about getting some background music in here. Yep, they just casted another Teferi Time Reveler. So, did they already use Renin 6 this turn though? They did not use Renin 6 this turn. So they can literally destroy 2 things, just any 2 things that they want. Of course they're gonna destroy my Tron. Yeah, so this thing does give me an extra draw step, which is awesome. They have 1 Besiegio in the graveyard because they did go ahead and use that Renin 6 before. So that being said, let's put Pithing Needle out there. Now I think we name Renin 6. It buys us the most amount of turns, I think. Let's get Maze Mind Tome out there as well. Let's go ahead and see what's on top. Spyglass, that's a pretty good draw. Let's get this out there as well. Let's go ahead and get this on 2 counters. Blast Zone on 2 counters means that we can go ahead and destroy their Renin 6 altogether next turn. But let's see, that means we have, what, 8 turns until we totally lose this game? If that... Oh no, they had another Teferi Time Reveler? Now, though, they're probably just going to hit us with the counter spells. Because they're going to ultimate this guy, and then they're going to start... now they can besiege you 1, 2, 3 things. So yeah, there's just no way we win this game anymore, but... Set stop. Yep, they realized they won already. Let's see, if I play Pithing Needle, Sorcery, Spyglass, we only have 7 turns. The biggest problem we're gonna have is the fact that they can play counter spells infinitely. They got rid of Bottle Coaster. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Alright, there's no way we win this. We can maybe shave off 1 more minute off their clock. It's seeing as though time does make a difference in these games sometimes. And the fact that they didn't respond to me saying good luck, have fun. I think we're just gonna sit here and watch and see what they do. Just gonna sit here and watch. They could potentially easily win this game though. Potentially easily win this game because that Besieger lock is deadly. The fact that we hung on that long while there was a Besieger lock in place is pretty awesome. They should be destroying this ensnaring bridge this time around. Prismatic ending, just about as good. Alright, that's enough damage right there. So they're down to 14 minutes, we're at 17, so we got them to use up 3 more minutes than they had, which I'd consider a win. Let's get a Pithing Needle in there, Ratchet Bomb. We know Liquid Metal Coating is going to be pretty good. Grafdigger's Cage is also good if they get their Renin 6 out there and they get to ultimate it. This would prevent them from casting spells from their graveyard, which is awesome. But we're not going to plan for the best case scenario for them because that would be kind of crazy. Knowing that we're allowing them to do that much. In this match, Bottle Colister I think is not that great. Same thing for Ensnaring Bridge. So I think we want to get another Golos in here and get a bridge out. Let's see, what else is there? Let's get a Walking Ballista in there. And let's get that last bridge out. The reason why is we're trying to go all offense and no defense here. Alright, let's go ahead and then Serum Powder this hand. And let's go ahead and keep this hand. We get the Tron on turn 3, Power Plant, Tower, and an Expedition map to go get that last remaining piece. They only had an Abundant Growth, so they did not have a Prismatic Ending, which is awesome for us. Nice, we went ahead and got let's go ahead and put this on the bottom. Since we have so many Expedition maps in hand, that's why I didn't decide to pop this one to go get another tower. Because if anything, I want them to exile my Expedition map. Alright, let's see what's on top. We need to draw some action. That's what we need at this point. Action. Just total non-stop action. Circummender's a little bit of action. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. So next turn, if nothing else, we're just gonna go fetch Tron online again. Maybe. Or maybe we just stand still and do nothing. I'm not sure yet. It went straight to cleanup. Alright. Oh, let's go get Blast Zone. Oh, we cannot get Blast when it's in exile. That's kind of unfortunate. They already have everything they need. Let's just go get a tower. See what's on top. Could we use that? Let's say we put this back on top just because we could cycle through it. Nah, we're already using a cycle effect, so let's just put it on bottom. Let's get another circuit mender out there. At least we know these guys will be able to keep pressure on this Renin 6 so it won't ultimate. Unless they have a counter spell here. Counter spell. So if we could keep this Renin 6 down, we're just winning by doing it. Abundant growth once again. I think when this thing comes in, it lets them draw a card. Nope. Yes, it lets them draw cards. So basically, it's not slowing them down at all. But, like I was saying earlier, we need to draw into some action pretty quick. I think this next turn I'm just going to use Maze Mind Tome to draw a card versus the Scry. Just because I want to be able to draw something and have multiple threats in one turn. Spyglass, that's a very good draw. Golos, that's another good draw. Let's get Golos out there. Yes, let's go ahead and get Cascading Cataracts. Let's go ahead and get Sorcerous Spyglass out there. Their hand, Unholy Heat, Fury. Let's name Renin 6. Alright, we're still gonna attack the Renin 6 though, because we want it to die. Did they have another one in hand? They did not have another Renin 6 in hand. So I guess we know the 7 cards in their hand. The other one I think was a Flooded Strand, maybe? But I accidentally closed that one. They probably will just go Fury here. Fury and Unholy Heat try to kill Golos? No? Okay, they played this, so they're gonna go ahead and pop this. I get that extra mana added. But it's not going to give them double red. Okay, so they're going to go fetch a red land. That way they get double red to go ahead and kill Golos. Because Golos is what gets us ahead the most here at this point. Okay, so if it's the 3rd time a land entered the battlefield. So this will only be the 2nd land entering, right? So they should just draw a card and get the mana added. But that still gives them the opportunity to use Unholy Heat plus Fury to kill Golos. Or they could go ahead and bounce Golos back to my hand. Or bounce Spyglass. They just have 1 green mana remaining. Do they know they only have... Oh, they use Renin 6 to kill Golos. Okay, alright. That's a pretty good strategy right there. Transverse the underworld. Alright, so what could we do here? Let's not go ahead and fetch any lands. That's 2, 8, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go ahead and fetch a land. We're gonna go fetch Sanctum of Ugin. The reason why is we can get Sanctum of Ugin to trip with my man Walking Ballista here. And then we can go ahead and go get Ulamog. Let's see. They should just let Renin 6 die here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just kill Teferi as well. We're at 12 minutes, they're at 10, so we're up 2 minutes. They played Emrakul the Promised End. Dang. Dang, I didn't realize they had Emrakul the Promised End in hand. So they're gonna take control of me next turn. Alright, so they're gonna be able to just make our life miserable for a turn. But then we get a turn right afterwards. So, that's not great. They're probably gonna choose to play Ulamog, exile both my towers, play Spyglass, and name Expedition Map with it. Is this thing flying? No. Yes, it's flying. Dang, this is tough. How did I not realize they had Emrakul Promised End? Granted, okay, alright. I can respect the fact that they decided to do that instead. Name Expedition Map most likely. Yep. If I just attack with this by itself, they could play Yuri on next turn and block. I think I just have to attack with this as well, right? They automatically have to exile 20 cards. They decided against blocking, which I can respect. We'll be right back. back. Transverse the universe. Alright, so now they're down. Solitude. Oh man, Solitude is so good for them. So good. They're gonna exile my Ulamog. Now I'm up to 36 life. In 3 turns I die. They have 1, 2, 3 mana. 4 mana now, so they can play Yorion. They probably have a counterspell as well, right? Alright, they had a counterspell as well. I'm guessing they're gonna play their Yorion here as a blocker. And then they're gonna exile their Emrakul. That way it comes back into the battlefield untapped at the end of the turn. So they potentially now have 2 blockers and get to draw 2 cards. This is kind of a rough situation to be in now. Alright, let's see what we get from the top. Ugin, that can get us this win. Let's go ahead and destroy that. It'll get rid of Sorcery of Spyglass for us. Let's go ahead and use this to go get our last piece of Tron, which is going to be a mine. Let's see if they have another counterspell in hand. They had another counterspell. This thing is flying as well. Oh, they got us. Oh, they thought about the draw card effect. Okay, alright, they got us that time. They won the game with really 3 life, but it doesn't matter how much you win the game by. If you win, you win. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, record this next match. Alright. So, pending results of this next match, I'm then gonna decide if I keep streaming or not. If we win, we keep streaming. Actually, nah. No, what? I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream here. Because really and truly, I just wanted to test out the Pokemon United. I just happened to be in a Magic League. But I got some real world commitments to go take care of, so I will come back tomorrow and finish streaming this. Because I know tomorrow for sure I'll be online. So, hope you all enjoy the rest of your nights or day, depending on where you're at. And I hope you enjoy the content. If you also play Pokemon Unite, please let me know at some point in time. I'd appreciate the knowledge. You know, maybe you all can give me a few tips and tricks that I don't already know. But, as usual, I enjoyed the stream. Hope you all enjoy it too. And I'll catch y'all next time. What's up, Juice Box? Alright, so. Alright, Juice, since you're here, I'll go ahead and queue up another match. But, if my wife comes home, I'm gonna get off stream. The reason why is she decided to make some major moves in her life. And we're gonna kind of be separated for a minute. So, I'm just trying to spend as much time with her as possible. And that big move that she decided to make is she decided to join the military. So, not only will me, Tron Walker, be in the military, but my wife, who's also named Walker, will also be in the military, ironically. So yeah, that's a major, major move. And I'm happy to see it. Happy to know she's taking advantage of those opportunities. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the last match of the night. But we can play one more for the fans. Alright, so we got a Ravagan here. This makes me think that they're playing Murktide right off the bat. The good thing though is that we have this answer to Ravagan here, which is the Walking Ballista. Let's see, if they play Ledger Shredder next turn, it's going to be perfect for us. Because if they play Ledger Shredder, that means we can get Walking Ballista in there. The downside is if they don't play Ledger Shredder, that means that they're holding up a counter spell, which is bad for us. Expressive Iteration, that's also a good play on their end. Let me hit him with the good luck, have fun. By the way, Juice, how's your day going so far, man? Alright, so we didn't get Natural Tron, but we're pretty close to getting Tron online. Still pretty close to getting Tron online. I know they probably have a Negate or something. Something to counter a target non-creature spell. Nice, so we get to answer the Ravagan. Feels good. I do want to kill it right now, you know, because the same thing with like Bolt the Bird, killing the mana ramp. But if I kill it now, they might play another one next turn, and then we're still stuck in the same situation. Alive in here, man, that's a lot better than most. I know, even just within my own family, I know there's a lot of people who cannot say they're alive and well right now. So, gotta give thanks always, man. And then, you know, we gotta, I know it's tough sometimes, but it's like we gotta embrace those challenges and those tough days, because otherwise it's hard to say that we're getting better. Or, you know, we're getting over things. Reason why I say that is, let's see. Let's try to go up on mana first. They should let us do that. But yeah, the reason why I say that about challenges is if you don't have challenges in life, you really never grow. So it's like you have to make sure there's a healthy amount of challenges. And the healthy amount is the amount that still keeps us here in order to get to the next day to go face those challenges. Hopefully the challenges don't keep compounding on each other, you know, at least they're different every day, but I know it's difficult sometimes. Very, very difficult sometimes. I know this whole being separated thing is going to be new to me. So yeah, I might be delving into streaming a whole lot more often just to keep myself busy and keep myself occupied. I get what you mean, Juice. It's rough sometimes, man. But, you know, one thing we kind of always got to do is we're going to surround ourselves with people who sometimes they see more of the... I don't want to say the importance. They see the potential more in us sometimes than we see in ourselves. So that's always an amazing thing to do. So as long as you keep surrounding yourself with people like those, which I know you do, I don't think things will be a problem for too much longer. Because at least you know you always have some people to fall back on. Like I know you just recently got back into the streaming thing, and I must say, I'm sure you noticed the people that were always there are still always there. And still will always be here. Like I think the main thing that we gotta do at that point in time is, it's like when you have relationships that are great, it's like you pour effort and time into the relationship and hope that the other person does the same thing. And if it's a constant thing that's going back and forth, then that's somebody you want to keep in your life always, because you know you're getting that support from that person. Regardless if it's a man or woman, that has nothing to do with it. It's just the fact of, at some point in time, everyone has to realize who's actually there for them or not. Alright, we do not need serum powder. This ensnaring bridge typically is what wins us this game. Okay, now we have Tron Online. So that's 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're not going to be able to quite get to 15, so we cannot cast Emrakul yet, but we're approaching it very, very slowly. I think the opponent might have a counterspell here, which would be really bad for us. Yep. Archmage's Charm, that's not very good. Alright, so we have to find a way... Well, I guess there's no finding a way here, it just depends on what we draw. Yo, Juice, man, I appreciate the sub, man. Let's see, Emmy, let's see, I don't think I have enough mana. I think I have 13. So that's 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 mana, which prevents me from jamming Emrakul. Let's see if we have a tower on top. We have another mine on top. That's not going to help us here. Nah, not quite. Make sure I... Yep, only 14 mana. Oh, man. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. Let's see what was next. Okay, if we got into Karn or something, we would be in there, but we did not get there this time. Alright, so we know we can play Ratchet Bomb in this game. O-Stone as well. I want to say Golos just because they tend to counter spells. And the other Walking Ballista is always nice. And ironically, we take out the Emrakul here just because it's so expensive. I think let's take back out a Golos as well. This Bottle Coaster is the main thing I'm testing out right now. The reason why is during my opponent's upkeep, I get to exile my entire hand face down. So my hand size becomes 0. So that being said, my hand size is 0. It just works extremely well with Bridge because then my opponent can never attack. Which, stopping attacking in this game is the main way we win. Let's see, I need to get rid of 2 things. Let's get rid of a Karn and... And let's get rid of a Circuit Mender, since it's not going to be winning this game for us. Yeah, man, we gotta think outside the box, man. When you play Tron all the time, it's like you can't just bring normal Tron and expect to, produce great results because people know what normal Tron does, and so people will always be ready for you. I happened to learn the bottle coaster thing when I was playing in the Mana Trader series, which I'm not sure if you're too familiar with. It's a free Magic the Gathering tournament held by Mana Traders, and you could potentially win a couple $1,000 if you do extremely well in it. We only have 25 cards left in our library, so let's see all the bad decisions that we made. Alright, we have one mana in the graveyard, one tower, one power plant, so that's one set of Tron. I think we might have like next to nothing but lands left in our deck. In which case, let's go ahead and mulligan. There's the Bottle Collister, and we have double bridges. And we have 2 lands, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we keep this. And let's go ahead and put this relic on the bottom. Maybe relic wasn't the best thing to put on the bottom, but it's something. Because I know I want these bridges. And I know if they play a Ravagan, we want to have this Walking Ballista. Mystic Forge. But knowing that our deck is extremely mana heavy, we should be running into a mana flood here pretty soon. Ledger Shredder. Okay, not quite what I wanted, but it's something. Now we just have to draw into one more piece of Tron. I think what's most likely in this game though is we're gonna run out of cards. That's what I think is most realistic here. Just because of the fact that we only have 24 cards left in our library. Yeah, opponent's not doing too much, so I know their hand is stacked with counter spells. Nice, we got a piece of Tron, just like we wanted. Let's go ahead and... let's see, we have a power plant, tower, let's get a mine. Maybe I should have taken a better snapshot of exactly what's left in my library at this point, but the moment has passed. Oh man. Hey, we gotta enjoy the game somehow, right? These serum powers definitely keep it lively. Definitely keep it lively. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how we need to play here in order to get them to use up as many counter spells as possible. Alright, so they have 3 mana left open. So we know they probably have Archmage's Charm. Alright, so let's try to bait out the Archmage's Charm. Because I think they want this Ravagan alive. They don't want it alive. Okay, let's try for bridge number 1. They do also play Otawara the Soaring City. And that card can also potentially bounce a bridge back to our hand. In which case, then they can just attack us. But if we have double bridge, then that makes it a little bit more difficult. There's a counter spell one time. They probably have 2 counter spells. Nice. Okay, so 1 hit. Alright, next turn. I guess we play our entire hand. The Mystic Forge and the Bottle Coaster. The downside though is Bottle Collister makes us draw an extra card during our upkeep phase. So then we're potentially gonna die even faster. And this guy hitting us actually is a bad thing here. Just because of the fact that it exiles a card from the top of our library. So I think the opponent might actually just sit back here and just try to wait us out and see if we can draw all the cards and lose. But if we can get a Karn Great Creator out here, we can play this card Possessed Portal. What this card does is it makes it to where nobody can draw any more cards for the rest of the game. So even if our library goes to 0, we never lose because we need to draw, because this card stops it. It also stops the opponent from drawing cards as well. And then you either have to discard a card from your hand or sacrifice a permanent at the end of every player's turn. So typically I try to use this if I have more permanents and more cards in hand than my opponent. But as long as I have more of either one of those, then we can go ahead and use that and see if we can get to secure us a victory. Let's see if they counter this Mystic Forge. They should. Yep, there's a counter spell. Let's see this Bottle Collister. They should counter this as well, since they want to attack at some point in time. Unless they have an Otawara the Soaring City in hand. Spell Pierce. Okay, I can easily pay 2 mana for that. That's no problem. But they probably have another Spell Pierce, right? Oh, they only had 1 Spell Pierce. So, hey, the deck works. This is what I wanted to test, and it works for the first time. Hey, it's always nice when the Tron experiments work out. Yeah, Forge is pretty dope. Like, I almost put Forge on the same level as Karn the Great Creator, because it unlocks the top of the deck so well, and it gets me pretty much everything that I need. Alright, so I'm at 18 minutes. So I'm gonna have to find a way to win this game still. But we know our deck so well since we made it, we know what's left inside of it. Let's see if there's a Karn Liberated in there. There is actually a Karn Liberated in our deck, which can be used to reset the game, so that's one win condition. Karn Great Creator wise, let's see. Kolos is in here, so he's out. There's one Karn Great Creator there. So we have 3 Karn Great Creators, 1 Karn Liberated. I think we also have Ulamog still in there. Yep, we still have Ulamog in our deck. Magus of the Moon, that's a good play right there. So we have Karn Great Creator, Karn Liberated, Ulamog. Alright, so we're drawing 2 cards here. Plus we get this Chromatic Sphere back to our hand. Ah, nice. Dang, let's play this Chromatic Sphere and see if they counter it. Nice, we got another land, let's go. I really want them to counter this Ancient Stirrings, because at least then I could play Walking Ballista and I can snipe their Magus of the Moon. Alright, so we know here what we want is lands. As many lands as possible, so let's just get a land. Maybe they don't have counter spells anymore? Maybe, but I doubt it. Ah, they don't have counter spells anymore. We are definitely not going to kill their Magus on their turn though. If anything, we're gonna wait until our turn to do it. At some point. I'm gonna try to get this Walking Ballista up just a little bit more first before we kill the Magus. That way we can keep Walking Ballista alive and potentially use it to win. So we have to get it up to the point where it can deal 18 damage without our opponent using Unholy Heat or something on it. Because I know already one Unholy Heat's in the graveyard. So that's an easy way right there. They can go ahead and kill Walking Ballista. And then we only have 8 more draw steps until we're dead. Dragon Rage Chandler, we're not scared of that. Oof. Alright, so they did nothing this turn. Alright, so we got land again. And Karn Grid Creator. See if they let us put a counter on this guy. Oh, they actually do. I feel like my opponent's up to some funny business here. The fact that they're letting us just do everything doesn't really sit right with me. Maybe it's because they realize we don't have a lot of cards left, but maybe it's because they realize we don't have a lot of cards. I don't think that that's the only reason why. Maybe they have another Magus in hand or something. But I think their list only runs 1 copy of Magus of the Moon. Now they have a Blood Moon as well. Okay, Magus plus Blood Moon. How many lands do we have? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are they playing Murktide Regent now? Huh. Murktide Regent it is. Alright, so since they played Murktide, it looks like they're waiting on themselves to draw into Otawara, the Soaring City, which allows them to bounce our Ensnaring Bridge back to our hand. They also put a Stubblified to the graveyard, which I'm not too comfortable with. Alright, got 2 lands there and the Ulamog. Alright, so that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potentially. So I need Karn Grid Creator out there. Let's go ahead and get something from... I know we want to cast a Possessed Portal because that'll stop us from losing this game. But I think a bridge right now... Correction. Either a bridge... Yeah, I think bridge is what we have to take. It's like I can't risk them having an Otawara the Soaring City. Because if they use that to bounce our bridge back to our hand, I think they had more than enough damage on board to just kill us. So we had to stop that. They have 2 cards left in hand. So 2 cards. If we can get... 2, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 12 permanents total. They could also use Unholy Heat to kill Karn. So I guess that's also a real threat here. But since we have 3 more Karns in our library, or 2 more Karns I should say, we should be able to get out of that. Are they gonna play second Ledger Shredder? Nope. Nice, another Walking Ballista. More land. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So next turn we're going to be able to jam the big old Ulamog out there. But we have 2 snaring bridges. Let's go ahead and go get the possessed portal. I think they're going to counter it, but we don't really have much of a choice. We got to play something to kind of sort of stall for time here. Especially since they only have 2 cards left in their hand, so if they don't have a counter spell. Oh, let's go! We did it! 10 cards left in our library and we got there. Whew. But yeah, Serum Powder makes for some interesting games. Exile 28 cards and then try to figure out how to win after that. Dang, I can't believe we got there. Whew. It was a little bit easier than I anticipated, I gotta say. A little bit easier than I anticipated. Yo, what's up, Bartok? How's it going? Appreciate you staying around, enjoying the content. Hey, okay, so we got there. That was definitely an interesting match. But, hey, you all see the power of the Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, let's go ahead and... I'm just going to go ahead and submit this. By the way, the only reason why I have this Sorcerer's Spyglass in here is to name Otawara the Soaring City in this match. Because I've lost numerous matches against Murktide just because of that land. Alright, so... Alright, let's see what we have here going on. We have 2 lands, Expedition Map, Ensnaring Bridge ×2. Let's definitely keep this. We are mainly keeping just because of the Ensnaring Bridge ×2. That's just a win right there. But on their end though, they're setting their library up pretty nicely. Because what, them using Mishra's Bauble and then fetching afterwards means that the card that they were seeing next they didn't want, so they decided to just go ahead and get rid of it. Let's try for this Relic Spell Pierce, not surprised. Okay, so it looks like they have Murktide in hand, or they're trying to jam Murktide here pretty quick in this match. So if we can avoid the Murktide, we might be alright. Alright, so getting a mine out here. Let's try for the Expedition Map, see if they counter it. If they counter it, it will be bad, but it's not the end of the world. Just because we have another land in order to get to Ensnaring Bridge. Do they play Blood Moon here? I don't think they play Blood Moon here just because they only have 1 blue mana. Once they get more than 1 blue mana, then Blood Moon becomes a very real threat. Okay, so I do want to double spell. It's a tough choice here. Like whenever I play bridge, I would rather play 2 instead of just 1. Because at least then I know 1 will get through for sure. Yeah, let's not play anything this turn. Also, next turn it also opens us up for Karn, Great Creator. So next turn we're looking pretty good if they don't play Magus or Blood Moon. And so far, looks like they're not going to be playing either of those. Unless they play another land. So, pending no Blood Moon or Magus, next turn we guaranteed to hit an Ensnaring Bridge. No, maybe not so guaranteed. Let's go get a power plant. Alright, and we got the Bottle Coaster as well, so that would just be perfect if we could get a bridge out there. Let's try for Ensnaring Bridge number 1. Archmage's Charm. Use up all 3 of your mana. Used up all 3 of their mana, so we got them. Alright, time for Ensnaring Bridge number 2. So if we can hit the Bottle Coaster next turn, then we can use Karn Great Creator to go get another bridge to guarantee that they can't get out of bridge lock. That's pretty much game after that. Alright, so that should be the last time that they'll be able to attack us. Maze Mind Tome, so we can play more cards than what we thought. Let's try for Karn Great Creator first. It should be an easy, guaranteed counterspell, right? Yep, Archmage's Charm once again. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and slip this Bottle Coaster in there. And just like that, voila, Ensnaring Bridge working at maximum capacity. Ledger Shredder. Land, they only have 2 more cards left in hand though. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw some cards. Alright, got a Serum Powder out of it. Not the biggest of wins, but it's a win nonetheless. Now let's see, we can go ahead and put Maze Mind Tome out there. And we can just go ahead and draw cards here. Mainly because we're gonna exile all the cards from our hand anyways. Let's see, Walking Ballista, we can go ahead and play that next turn. In this case, getting their Ledger Shredder up really is not a concern here. What I'm thinking about doing is, eventually, when I cast this Walking Ballista, I'm just going to go ahead and go get Ulamog. Let's see, what's better here? I think what's better here is to actually just go ahead and play Serum Powder. Guess maybe to get us as much mana as possible next turn. And then that still leaves us the option to go ahead and scry. So now we get to see 3 cards and basically set ourselves up to get pretty much exactly what we want from here on out. And then knowing we're at 16 life with them not being able to attack is just awesome. Alright, so what are they gonna play here? Murktide Regent? We're not scared of a Murktide at this point, right? But let's go ahead and see what's on top of our library. An O-Stone. O-Stone I think hurts us more than it hurts them, but let's go ahead and keep it. It can basically become our failsafe at this point. Especially since we're gonna draw so many cards. But let's see, let's try to get O-Stone out there, see if it works. And it does not work. So with 8 a counterspell, that's good. So now that they have no more counterspells, let's try for Karn Great Creator. And then go get this second bridge to finally get this lockdown, and then we should not be able to get around it. Unless they have a Stubblify, and no Stubblify. Alright, let's get the second bridge out there. Alright, double bridge, that should be a hard lock on this game as far as combat damage goes, especially with this Bottle Colister just doing the Lord's work out of here. And we still have 10 minutes on the clock, which is more than our opponent. So they have what, 16 damage sitting on the board at this point? So it's like if they could have gotten rid of this bridge, they could have killed us in 1 turn. But now that they have to get rid of 2 bridges, that's a whole different ball game. Alright, we got it. I don't know if opponent was being salty there or they were just tired of not being able to attack and do anything. Because like I said, they had the damage on board to kill us. But they would have to get around 2 ensnaring bridges. And that's pending us, you know, not drawing anymore. I was trying just to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see. So what do you think, Juicebox? Do we play another one? Yeah, at this point in time, I'm here to entertain the audience. Until my wife gets home. And then entertaining her is definitely number 1. Alright, we send it. But yeah, this list is definitely not like any other Tron list you're gonna see. Like I have a Gemstone Caverns in here, so maybe we'll get to see it do some awesome work at some point. I think my opponent having this Emrakul Promised End here is kinda scary. Makes me think Tron, but who knows? This hand though, I'm definitely not keeping. It just doesn't have a lot of payoffs in it. This hand, on the other hand, I'm definitely gonna keep. We have a bunch of cantrips. And then Karn Liberated. I think we just get rid of Circuit Mender here. Our odds of getting Tron online on turn 3 are pretty high, I would say. Alright, Gemstone Caverns. In my opening hand, if I'm not playing first, I can go ahead and put it onto the battlefield and exile a card from my hand, right? So that's already bringing my hand size down to 5. Starting out. That's if I didn't mulligan at all or anything. So if I mulliganed, it only makes it better. But the reason for that is this. It lowers my hand size, so if I had something like a Karn Liberated, which I know I couldn't play, I can go ahead and exile it. In which case, it makes Ensnaring Bridge even better because I know for sure it's going to be a pretty good lock once it gets out. So, just like I was saying about my opponent, seeing an Emrakul Promised End, they are definitely on Tron. The downside is they might get the Tron before we do, which is not good. In this match as well, Ensnaring Bridge is basically useless. Oof, so they are getting straight to Tron. And we do not get straight to Tron. That's not good. Alright, but one thing we can do here is let's go ahead and play Circuit Mender. So that's a mine, power plant. Let's get a tower. If we get a tower out here, we can go ahead and play Circuit Mender, right? If they play Karn Great Creator or Karn Liberated, at least we know we can swing in for 2 damage. And swinging in for 2 damage buys us maybe 1 extra turn. So it keeps us alive for 1 more turn. Thought-Knot Seer, so they look like they are on E-Tron, which is actually not a bad matchup for us. Their main thing that we have to worry about here is them playing Karn Great Creator. They stopped this Chromatic Sphere, which is kind of annoying. They don't know we drove into another tower, so I guess we just go ahead and put Sanctum of Ugin out there. And then let's see if they attack or not. Because if they attack, that means we draw a card. Because this thing is going to die. I don't think they really want that. That's like the downside with Circuit Mender to opponents. If it dies, I draw a card. And when you're playing Tron, drawing 1 card could mean you draw into Ulamog or an Emrakul, which pretty much is a game ender. Oh, they do decide to attack. Alright. Yes, maybe they have... No. I don't see Karn Great Creator being the reason why they decided to attack there. And us now... Oh, they have another one. Okay, that makes sense. Ouch. That kind of hurts. We saw the card that would help, and just like that, the card that would help is now gone. And now we see another card that would help greatly. Now we just go ahead and get an Ensnaring Bridge and they can no longer attack. Alright, so now attacking is off the table. So, E-Tron player, how do you win? An Urza Saga. That means in 2 turns, Urza Saga is going to go get a Pithing Needle and name Karn Great Creator. And unless they have a Karn Great Creator of their own, they do. The question now is, do they go straight for Pithing Needle? this is a tough match now. The Battle of the Karns. Alright, so I think my sideboard can outdo their sideboard. Because next turn, I can go ahead and go fetch Walking Ballista, right? Play Walking Ballista for 1,000,000. Trip this, go get Ulamog. And then with getting Ulamog, I can cast Ulamog, exile 2 things. And that should put me back in the driver's seat in this game. Unless they get a Pithing Needle and name Karn Great Creator, in which case I'm kind of stuck on unless I draw into something good. But I think our odds of drawing into something good is a lot better than theirs. A Mystic Forge. Alright, Mystic Forge is a godsend for us and for them as well, but I don't think Mystic Forge alone is going to do it. Nice, we got another Karn Great Creator. Alright, so we can't use Chromatic Sphere even if we want to, so let's just go ahead and look for a card. Alright, so one thing I have to check out here. We might get to see some Possessed Portal at work already. Alright, so the opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards total. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10, so we have 2 less than they do. Alright, so since we have 2 less than they do, basically we're gonna have to... Okay, we have 2 less than they do right now, but since we can go fetch Ulamog, and Ulamog can exile 2 things, that basically puts us at even. So let's go Possessed Portal. Alright, so let's go fetch the big boy Ulamog. And then just yield to this turn. Now we have to get rid of a card, right? So let us get rid of this Chromatic Sphere that we can't even use anyways. They have to get rid of a card as well, from hand or on the battlefield. Oh, but the downside is they have Mystic Forge, right? I completely forgot about Mystic Forge. But when I cast Ulamog next turn, I can just name Mystic Forge. Let's yield to this turn. So at the end of this turn, I will name I will cast, or correction. On my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Ulamog, exile Mystic Forge and Karn Great Creator. Okay, they decided to go look for something. Oh, so they're gonna choose to kill my Karn. That's not an issue. We have another Karn in hand. This does make it to where they can use Mystic Forge, but I don't think it's enough to get them the win here. Nope, I don't want to exile anything from my hand here. They did, they got rid of their Reality Smasher. So only what's on board is what they have to win the game with. Alright, let's get rid of a forest. That's 10. Get Ulamog out there. Karn is gone. Mystic Forge is gone. Yield through this turn. So now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 now because 9, 10, 11. So they're potentially going to have 11 total? Nope. Let's get rid of a tower. That way we can still keep Tron online. Alright, so next turn we're going to play Karn Grid Creator. And we're going to go fetch something. I had Wormcoil Engine on the sideboard for a while. Just because I knew I could go fetch it. And from there I could basically make tokens. But I guess this time around, if I go get what, Trading Post maybe, I think it does it. Okay, no, I play Karn, right? So oh, they just went ahead and got another land. If I attack them twice, they die. So I think what I do here is... Nope. I think this might just become an offensive game now for us. If I get rid of bridge, I can attack them. They have to exile 20 cards no matter what. So 3 attacks and they're dead no matter what. But 3 attacks from them, that's 8, 11. 2 attacks from them and I die. But I guess it's the same, right? 2 attacks from either of us and we die. Either way though, Ensnaring Bridge is what we're getting rid of. Let's see, but that was the Ensnaring Bridge from our sideboard, right? Yes, it was. Okay, yeah, so I know what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and play Karn, right? They're crewing this. Let's go ahead and go get. Let's go ahead and get Oblivion Stone. If we then use Oblivion Stone to destroy all the permanents, this guy is indestructible, so he does not die. So, I think let's get rid of Karn first, because we don't want him to draw any cards. Let's get rid of Karn first. So even if they crew here, they deal 6 damage to us, we still don't die. Or no, they're making a token. Yep, but the tokens won't be enough to save their life long term. So yeah, now let's get rid of Possessed Portal. Nice, we got a Maze Mind Tome. Let's go ahead and destroy everything. And we get to draw 2 cards now because Thought-Knot Seers. Yep, we got there. Whew, that was a very intricate game to get around. All because they had Karn Grid Creator, but we got there. Solid strategy and logic does it with Tron. Once again. Alright, so since they're on E-Tron, we know for sure Ensnaring Bridge is a great cheer. Walking Ballista could potentially get some hits in on a Karn Great Creator if it comes down too soon. We can go ahead and get rid of a Relic here. Since we know they're also on Tron, getting Pithing Needle inside the main deck is actually not a bad idea. Since they're on E-Trons, Circuit Menders are pretty good. Maze Mind Tome, though, on the other hand, is a hit and miss because it doesn't work with Karns out. But let's see, what else do we want to change? All the artifacts kind of go offline just because they don't work 100%. But let's see, besides that, I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. 34 seconds to go. Yo, Bartok, let's see. The deck I think is not updated. It doesn't have the Ball of Colister in there. That's the only thing though I think that changed. Alright, so we have 2 pieces of Tron and we have a cantrip to let us draw a card. Let's go ahead and risk it for the biscuit. Either way though, if we get to 5 turns, we can play Golos, get Tron online. If not, we can play Circuit Mender and gain some life and have a blocker out there. Drawing into Instant Stirrings is a godsend. Means that we could potentially get Tron on turn 3 out of the next 6 cards. But counting our draws as well, that's what, like 8 cards that we have potentially hitting Tron from. Alright, no Tron yet. Okay, so we got an Expedition map. I say we go ahead and take the Expedition map. This might mean that if they have Tron though, it might mean that we might be out of there. But it is what it is, it's Tron. They do have Karn. Okay. I might just give in this game. The one thing that we do have going for us here is the fact that... Oh no, they're also going to turn our lands off, right? I guess the fact that I have copies of both of the lands that are actually in play is really good. Turning off the tower. A Besiege. Besiege is nice. Let's just get a tower out there. Since typically the tower is the one they want to get rid of first, right? But it also adds the most mana. So if we can deter it, it's only a win for us. I doubt they're not going to play anything else. 7, what could it be? Ugin the Ineffable. That's a pretty good one. And the Reality Smasher, so we're getting Smasher to the face. And they have an Ugin that's going to be pumping out tokens. That's not looking good for us. So now they have a lot of blockers. I almost want to say let's just go ahead and scoop this game up because they kind of have a pretty good lock on this so far. Normally just destroying the lands alone is a win. But destroying the lands plus having blockers for Karn and then being able to generate an infinite amount of other blockers, I think that's it for us. Of course I'm going to go ahead and block here. Try to draw into some more lands. Or try to draw into a forest. If we can get a forest, we can get rid of their liquid metal coating. Or if we can get a sorcery of spyglass or pithing needle. But the fact that there's so many walkers at this point, opponent is definitely laying it on thick at this point, sparing no planeswalkers. I just want to see what they do for the end of this turn because there's still pretty much no way out for us at this point. Because we die next turn just from combat damage alone. Alright, what did we get? We got a tower. We could hold on, but they're also going to pump Walking Ballista up and just snipe us and finish us off. Alright, that's game. Okay, so we have game number 3 to go to. What would I change? What I would change is nothing. So let's go. See who gets a Tron first. That's ultimately going to be what decides who wins here. And I get the Tron first. But I get the Tron first, but who gets the Tron payoff first? I got the bridge, so that's awesome. But only Karns win this match. No Karns and there's no victory. Even though bridge does slow them down quite a bit. Alright, so they mulligan down to 5. E-Temple, they didn't play a Tron Lander first. Soul Guide Lantern. Alright, so Mine Tower, let's go get a power plant. Maybe they'll play E-Temple again and also play... What's the name of that guy? The Forecast card to see if I had a Karn in hand. Yep, Thought-Knot Seer. It's gonna take the bridge. So bridge is out of hand now at this point. Okay, alright, let's see. What do we do here? I think we just go ahead and get Serum Powder out there. There's no chance of them playing a Karn Great Creator next turn because they don't have the mana for it. But the more lands we fetch, the better our chances are of drawing into something good. But I want to see first if they somehow have a way to destroy a Tron land. Because they could play a Ghost Quarter or what's the name? Field of Ruin? 5, so they're going Reality Smasher. What happens when this dies again? Nothing. So that's 9 damage. So I have 2 turns left to live. Okay, maybe 1 turn depending on if they play another one. So let's see, if they only give us 1 more turn to live, another tower would definitely benefit us the most. Alright, I guess this point is when the ensnaring bridge would have really came in handy. Let's see if they have another Reality Smasher. I guess we'll be at 2 life anyway, so I guess if they play a land and Walking Ballista, we're still dead. Matter Reshaper. Okay, alright, so we fetch 1 more land and then... Really doesn't matter. Even if I had fetched a Blast Zone and gotten it to 4, we would still die on the same turn anyways. Let's just get another tower. Alright, the moment of truth. Alright, this is guess I would have 3 cards in hand, so I think Karn doesn't do it as well. Ulamog. And Ulamog definitely keeps us in the game. Plus it also allows us to draw a card. Nice, that's a pretty good card to draw into. Alright, on Urza's Saga. Chalice, we can live with a Chalice, right? Yeah, they chose not to attack there. That's Walking Ballista for 8. Alright, so we could deal 10 damage to them this turn and then 16. Oh man, they got another one? You know what? Let's do this. If we had attacked first, they would not have been able to use... I guess they still would have been able to put the second one out and use it as a blocker, right? Okay, so this time they got land. Alright, so they could make a blocker here with the Urza Saga. They have 1 card in hand. Another Matter Reshaper, so We'll see how annoying this Matter Shaper is. So they can do Matter Shaper and they can also use Urza Saga as a blocker. But the good thing for us is we can pump the Walking Ballista up and hopefully snipe everything. Spyglass. Spyglass is good. So we can name Urza Saga right off the bat, right? Or does it even matter? We'll see if it matters first. Alright, go ahead and pump that. Go ahead and pump it one more time. Alright, go ahead and pump it one more time. Alright, so I guess we can go ahead and pump it one more time, right? So I guess even Walking Ballista alone could win the game. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack I'm not gonna kill the Matter Shaper here because Walking Ballista, if it deals combat damage, I could just turn around and ping my opponent for 6 afterwards and win the game. Alright, so we got there. Alright, so I think at this point what, we're 3-1. So we got our money back. Opponent decided to go offline. What was next? Circuit Bender, Golos. Alright, so let's see, stop recording this. Alright, now we just have one match left and we are kind of obligated to finish it. But definitely no easy leagues out there for Tron players, man. I don't even remember what this first game was. Let's take a look. First game was 3 minutes. The first game was, oh, Asmo stuff. Huh, oops, I guess I closed out of the match. But like I said, the first game was just Asmo stuff. I want to say it was kind of a Reanimator Asmo deck, but I'm not sure because I never got to see it work. As soon as I jammed Concrete Creator game 1, turned off all their artifacts since that's all they were really going off of. That and Urza Saga. It kind of ended the game pretty abruptly. Like naming Urza Saga with a Pithing Needle or a Sorcery of Spyglass tends to do that to those matches. Okay, alright. Hit them with the good luck, have fun for the last time. Generic Ravagan. Oh, we got the Gemstone Caverns out here. Oh, but see? This is why Gemstone Caverns is awesome. Like I can play it, right? Then exile this forest because it's basically useless because Caverns will do everything the forest can. So let's get the Caverns out there. Let's get this forest exiled. And now on turn 1, let's see. Looks like a Murktide player again. Nope, it looks like a Ravagan player. Well, I guess Ravagan and Murktide kind of go hand in hand anyway, so. Alright, they looked at my top card. They do run counter spells, but they don't run prismatic ending. So that being said, I think we do want Expedition Map just sitting on the battlefield here. Alright, so man, now we have Natural Tron. Only makes it better for us though, only makes it better. Because this means that on turn 4 we can guarantee jam Ulamog. Unless they play a Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon. Which I'm 100% expecting on game 2. Sorcery of Spyglass. Let's see. Alright, nice. I guess the only thing they could have here in order to counter is Spell Pierce, which is counter target non-creature spells, so getting Walking Ballista in here is actually very good for us. And now sniping the Ravagans, since they've been missing land plays, is just even better. Expressive Iteration, so they're looking for lands. Okay, another another DRC. Okay, they have DRCs turned on at this point. Let's go ahead and snipe this Ravagan, right? Let's just trade blows with it. Or not. Allowing Ravagan to hit the Walking Ballista just seems like disrespect. They're looking at what's at the top of our library again. Maze Mind Tome, we can use that. Let's go ahead and get the Maze Mind Tome out there. Let's just go ahead and draw with it. Kind Great Creator, that's a win for us. Alright, do we have something to exile the graveyard for cheap? We do not, unfortunately. Do we have anything in exile yet? Nope, just those two things. I want to find something to deal with the Ravagans, so I guess Ratchet Bomb does it. Either Ratchet Bomb or Ensnaring Bridge. I think they both present the same level of scare, right? Did we play a land for this turn yet? Yes, I played a tower, so I can't go fetch a land to play a land. Alright, so I gotta be careful here because... Alright, so we take 6 damage next turn guaranteed, right? But it's gonna also be on the same turn that they could play Blood Moon. If they play a Blood Moon, we need to be able to get out of it. Alright, so I think I just actually don't do anything else here. Because I need to be able to get rid of that Blood Moon if they play it. If it's a Magus, I guess we're kind of stuck, but... having an answer for one of those two things seems like a good idea. Alright, so we're getting hit for 6. And then I guess they could also counter Ulamog, right? But countering Ulamog would still not be the worst force because at least both their DRCs would be gone. Now since they use up their mana, the only counter spells they should have is counter target non-creature spell. And then Magus and Blood Moon should be out the window. Spire Bluff Canal. Another DRC. So we have 9 life left. I think playing at Ulamog here is the best option, right? Because it's like, if we don't play Ulamog, we could use Blast Zone and destroy their entire field, but then they could come back with a Murktide Regent. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go tower. Let's just cry and see what we get. Cataracts, we don't need that at this point, right? Alright, let's go ahead and get this star out there. Guess we could use star to go ahead and draw a card right now to see what's potentially in our future, if it makes a difference here. Double Karns. Alright, so let's go ahead and exile 2 of these guys. Alright, let's exile the 2 that's actually put hands on us, so to speak. Alright, so next turn, or this turn for them, they can deal 3 damage to us guaranteed. But that also means that they do not have a blocker up. Sprite Dragon with haste. That's not the best for us. Do I anticipate them getting the 9 damage here? Not really. Alright, so that's 5 damage that we just took. Alright, so they're looking at our top card of our library. Alright, let's see. Let's see about this thing. Try to get it to play something with not so many ads. Ah, no wonder. Alright, let's go ahead and scry and see what's on top first. Definitely do not want that. Alright, so Blast Zone kills the Swift Spear and the DRC. But let's see. This would get Karn out there. Then I would have 7. Let's see. Oh man, this is a kind of a tough one. Let's see, if I get Karn out there. I think from there, right? I could play... The main problem is going to be the fact that the attackers are in the air. Okay, so this is on 3. I think we know for sure here that we're playing Karn, right? So we can get Karn out there. Alright, so we didn't play a land for this turn yet, so we could go get a land. So we have 7 mana total. We could go down to 5 mana total, go get a tower. That would make us go to 8 mana total. Eight mana total would mean that we could kill just the DRC. Wait, 8 mana total would mean we could get Oblivion Stone, right? Because that's... we go down to 4 mana, play a land, so we'd be at 7 mana total. So 7 mana would not get us to play Oblivion Stone plus blow it up on the same turn. I guess what we could do though is we could fail fetch. We could fetch and then fail on purpose. Go get an ensnaring bridge, play it, and then play the land, and we'd have an empty hand. So then the only way they could win is if they had burn spells or Otawara the Soaring City. I think that might be the option here. Wait, we're gonna go to 1 card in hand. So I guess their Monastery Swiftspear can still attack. Yeah, let's just think we go ahead and play this. Oh, now since I played that, I guess I can just go ahead and go get the Oathstone, and I can actually use it this turn. They only have 39 cards, so guaranteed if I attack twice, they lose the game no matter what happens. So it makes sense for me to not blow it up yet and blow it up on their turn, because that way I know for sure that they have no creatures alive during their attack phase. I'm already down to 15 minutes and they're at 21. Alright, that's not great for us. Alright, it took us way too long to figure out how to win that game, but now that we know that they're on generic Ravagan stuff, it means that Blood Moon is also going to be very imminent this next game. Alright, let's see. Liquid Metal Coating, Super Orb. Looking through the cards here, seeing what's good. Maze Mind Tomes are also decent. I guess we can get rid of 1 card Liberated here. And we have to get rid of 1 more thing. Circuit Menders. Circuit Menders I think are a miss because everything they're going to play is flying. Besides the Monastery Swiftspear and Ravagan, everything else is flying. So since they're going to get over our head anyways, might as well not even try to come up the board too much. Except to stop Ravagan and maybe a DRC, but mainly Ravagan. Alright, since this hand doesn't really have a lot of Tron payoff, let's go ahead and exile it. This hand, however, let's go ahead and keep. Cataracts. Let's get Caverns out there. Debating what to get rid of. I think we'll just get rid of the Cataracts here. We're gonna have to try to play this game a little quick on the quick side because we have to make up for 5 minutes. Let's see if they counter that. They did not. Let's get a power plant then. Let's get that expedition map out there and pass turn. So we're guaranteed to get Tron Online on turn 3. But we also have no bridges or no payoffs yet. So pending what we draw into, things could not go so smoothly as anticipated. They destroyed the artifacts. Alright, they destroyed Expedition map, put Alpine Moon out. Good thing with Alpine Moon is it's really not affecting us too bad because we're just operating on hopefully getting to what, 3 or 4 mana. Let's try to go get an Ensnaring Bridge. And we did, we got one. Let's go. Let's get Power Plant out of there, Relic out there. Start exiling cards from their graveyard, pass through this turn. Yield through this turn once again. Like, I could see they're playing on the fast side here. So I guess, yes, they are playing towards time. But knowing that, we also have to play pretty quick. Alright, so next turn when they run into a Walking Ballista, it should change things up. The downside though is the bridge basically just makes the game longer. And longer game for them is definitely a win here. Walking Ballista is out of... I guess it's not out of Unholy Heat range 100%, but it's less likely that it will die to it at this point. Just because I'll continuously keep pumping it up and they have no cards in their graveyard because of Relic. So it looks like we've made up for about a minute so far in this game. Lightning Bolt. Okay, alright, they had an answer. Or I should say they maybe drew into an answer, but an answer nonetheless. Alright, so we're taking 2 damage here. So we're at 16, they're at 17. The gap is not that large. Alright, took out another land. Exile a card from their library. I mean from their graveyard. We have 5 mana so far and we need 8 in order to cast Ugin, but at least we can go ahead and cast Ensnaring Bridge. Now we've stopped them from attacking with Ravgan. That's better than nothing. Monastery of Swiftspear, I was about to say, can get through our defenses. But just 1 card is not the worst. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 13 minutes, they're at 18, so our gap is back. And so they're cycling through, trying to find some answers. Shattering Spree, destroying bridge, so now they can attack. They're destroying Relic as well. Oh no, I should have drawn a card with Relic. Ouch. That's why you don't yield through turns at all points in time. Alright, I'm down to 7 life. I do have Tron online though, if it wasn't for this Alpine Moon. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we draw into a land, we can play Ugin. Karn Great Crater, I guess that's close to the same level as Ugin, right? See, we can go ahead and get a Walking Ballista here. Use Walking Ballista to snipe and block. Oh. I got rid of Walking Ballista on the sideboard, right? But we do have Circuit Menders that can come in and save us. Because Circuit Mender at least lets us gain life right off the bat. So that's at least 2 life that we're gaining, plus we have a blocker up. Alright, so now we're back to 6 life with 1 blocker. That could easily get overrun. They have 3 cards left in hand. Both attacking me here. Of course, I'm gonna kill the Ravagan. Nah, let's just go ahead and kill the Swift Spear. Are they gonna play a Karn Great Crater of their own? Decided not to. Maybe that's a win for us. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. Alright, I guess we could play Karn Liberated, Exile. Instead of playing Karn Liberated, we could just go get Circuit Mender again. And try to hold out until we draw into another land, that way we could just board wipe altogether. I think that's a fair way to win this game. The one downside is it's still fragile and dies to... Nah, I think it might just be the better option. Alright, let's go to Exile, let's get Circuit Mender. Because I don't know what they're waiting on. Maybe they have a win condition in hand already and they're just drawing this game out. In which case, I need to be able to try to stop them all together, so it forces them to make their move as soon as possible. This way too, Ratchet Bomb coming in here would be able to board wipe next turn. They have 2 cards in hand. 1 card in hand now. Alright, they decided to kill Karn. Alright, yeah, they could draw a card. I forgot about that. 3 damage. Alright, so it looks like we're dead regardless of whatever we do here. So it didn't matter what we did there. They still would have came out winning. Because even if we had used Karn Liberated to exile Swift Spear or Ravagan, we would still be dead to Sprite Dragon. But it was a close game. Pretty close game. I want to say there that an Ensnaring Bridge, I think it would have looked nice, but it wouldn't have necessarily won us the game. Alright, yes. Alright, this hand looks close to Tron. Let's go ahead and keep it. And let's get this mine out there. Let's go ahead and get this star out there. Yield to the turn. Yield to their turn. If we don't see an Alpine Moon, things would be looking pretty good for us here. If we do see an Alpine Moon, we have to just run for Blast Zone. I guess they've already made up their mind what they need to do here. This mine tower, let's get a power plant. Alright, let's yield to this turn. Alright, they got their DRC turned on. Nice, we got a blast zone. I think what we do here is Karn them out of the game, right? Let's get Karn out there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go get Trinisphere, so they cannot cast spells unless they have 3 mana. Okay, so we'll keep them from casting anything next turn. And it should make them go target Karn Creator. After which we can just come in with Blast Zone and we can kill the DRC, that's not an issue. That would take 3. Let's just go ahead and do this one. See what's on top. Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, let's leave that on top. Let's not use the Blast Zone just yet, because if they play Alpine Moon, then we're gonna need an answer. Also, they can't play any spells until they draw into that next land. Alright, let's see. How do we want to do this? We know we gotta play land no matter what, right? Getting Golos out there seems like a big win. Yes. Let's get Cascading Cataracts out there so we can use Golos next turn. See what's next. Do we want that? No, let's put that to the bottom. So next turn we could basically start hand choosing what spell we want. I guess we could have scryed first, right? Let's put that to the bottom, we don't need it. So we could choose to play one spell. Correction, 2 spells. Yep, it does require me to pay 3 mana to cast this. Let's see, what do we go get? So we're gonna Besiege You Who Endures. Attack for 3. Alright, they still did not get any more mana. Let's go ahead and look what we get on top here. So I think they're pretty much out of this game. Mine, we don't need that. Land again. Unfortunate, but they can do nothing to stand in their way at this point. So it's a very slow victory, but it looks like we're slowly gonna get there. Yield through this turn once again. Undo yield through this turn. Let's go ahead and fetch a land. Alright, let's go ahead and fetch Sanctum of Ugin. Alright, so they still did not draw their 3rd land yet. So I guess they were hoping that they would be able to use Ravagant to get what they needed. They also had a bunch of expressive iterations, so I guess me taking them off of the 2 mana count really makes a difference. Nice, so we got an Ugin the Spirit Dragon. And a Maze Mind Tome. Let's go ahead and see what's next. We don't want that. Let's go ahead and deal 3 damage to them. Now let's deal 5 more damage to them. They're probably just letting us play it out at this point because we're low on time. Let's go ahead and play another Circuit Mender. Alright, so we're up to 19 life and they're at 5. 1 more combat phase and they're dead. And Looks like we got there. Alright, so we got the 4-1. Let's go. Alright, peeps. Whew, that was awesome. Alright, so we got an extremely good run there. We got to see our deck do exactly what it's supposed to, which is we got to play the Bottle Colister and we got the Ensnaring Bridge out. So we got our hand size down to 0, and then we got to draw extra cards on our turn, and we still ended up winning a game where we had, I think it was like 14 cards left in our library because we exiled 28 with, where is that, Serum Powder in the beginning, and we still came back and won. So that was pretty awesome. So yeah, deck worked exactly like it's supposed to. I like it. Y'all seem to like it, so I think I'm gonna keep playing this version for a minute. I appreciate all the folks that stopped by, that share their thoughts about the deck. And if you have any suggestions or anything, by all means, anytime you see me live, let me know. I only play Tron, so anything Tron, I like to try it out. Just to, you know, get a good feel for it, because you never know. There might be something else like Bottle Coaster out there, that, or the Ensnaring Bridge combo with that just works extremely well that I want to try out. But until next time, folks, I'll catch y'all on the next stream.